I apologize for our tardiness. We kind of went over time in our executive session. So good evening. I'd like to call the August 10th, 2022 work session to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Colleen, will you please call roll?
Mr. Ambrose,
Present.
Mr. Bloom,
He's here. He's there on the phone.
Mrs. DeSenzo,
Present.
Mr. King,
Here.
Mr. Moan,
Here.
Mr. O'Neill,
Here.
Mr. Ross,
Here.
Mr. Zritsky,
Here.
Ms. Belcastro.
Here. Mr. Melo.
The board had an executive session to receive information and personal items prior to this meeting. Also remind everybody that what the process is, that each person wanting to speak to the board would have a time limit of 3 minutes. There's no back and forth on these discussions. You present your statement to the board, and you have a 3-minute period of time to do that.
Okay, so we're going to move to public comments on agenda items.
Any public comments on agenda items only?
Okay, move on. Minutes to approve the combined work voting session minutes from the July 14th, 2022 meeting. Does anyone have any questions or discussion on that? Moving on, Mr. King, Treasurer's Report.
Following bills and reports are submitted for approval. Number one, confirm the July 2022 general fund payments in the amount of $920,806.70. Wow, that's low. Number two, confirm the July 2022 cafeteria fund payments in the amount of $13,037.41. Report to approve the July 2022 Berkheimer report.
Questions?
The only thing is we'll probably start seeing construction.
Yeah, so we'll be adding construction payment report to the agenda as well.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. Board policy, number one, be it resolved that the Board of School Directors of the Central Valley School District hereby approves and adopts a settlement agreement for student number 10588. Any questions on that? There's an FYI, second reading of the updated policy 304.1, employment of professional employees. Negotiations.
We have no contracts done at this time.
Mr. Ross, education.
Number one, to approve 2022-23 handbook revisions for the elementary schools, middle school, and high school. Two, to approve the adoption of the following Central Valley District Title I policies. District-wide parent involvement policy, Center Grange Primary School Parent Involvement Policy, Quad Lane Elementary School Parent Involvement Policy. Three, to approve the adoption of the Central Valley School District's Title I School Parent Compacts. Four, to approve 2022-23 bus schedule based upon approval of the administration. Five, to approve Dr. Dragonak to conduct the student dental exam for the 2022-23 school year at a rate of $4 per student exam. Six, to approve an agreement with Trend Services Incorporated to provide the request of the district either daily or at the needs basis physical therapist or other special certified and trained individual to care for students at a rate of $76.86 per hour. Seven, to approve an agreement with Allegheny Intermediate Unit to provide a 0.5 FTE educational interpreter for the 2022-23 school year at a cost of $41,107. Nick, could you explain what that is?
Which one, Luck?
Number 7.
Yeah, you.
Half
position, right?
That is a halftime sign language interpreter for
Say it again, I didn't hear.
halftime in sign language interpreter.
Oh, sign language, okay.
It's required in the IEP. We have to provide an interpreter for that, for a student. And that person is being contracted through the Allegheny Intermediate Unit.
8, to approve an agreement with Watson Institute to provide education services for a Central Valley student for the 2022-23 school year at a rate of $51,901. 9, to approve an agreement with Watson Institute to provide education services for a Central Valley student for the 2022-23 school year at a rate of $53,223. 10, to approve. Do I have a name?
It's going to be Dr. Mocha.
Dr. Mocha to conduct student physical exams at Central Valley School, Central Valley Middle School, Todd Lane, Center Grange Schools for the 2022-23 school year at a rate of $10 per student exam.
Any questions?
Nick, can we have a little more information on 6, 8, and 9?
6 was the trend services.
I don't have the most up to date.
Here.
Thanks. Trying to remember. So Aaron, once again, trend services for the physical therapist.
Yes. And she's typically here 2 days a week, but depending on student need and enrollment, that can fluctuate.
And then 8 and 9 are both of Watson Institute. We have students that are attending school there. They're out of district placements.
I guess it's 2 separate students? Or
That's
is-
what that.
it-
Two
it's
separate
Two
students.
separate
Okay.
students, okay,
Yes, with a different rate for each of them.
okay. Any other questions? You want anything for technology there?
Nothing for technology. I know Mr. Arno is very busy getting ready for the school year.
Athletics, Mr. King.
Want to approve the resignation of Bruce Hurstein, varsity baseball coach, effective July 14th, 2022. I'd like to thank Mr. Hurstein for his efforts coaching our team. An FYI, recommend the following spring coaches be retained for the 2022-23 season. Shannon Sullivan, girls softball, Bill King, boys and girls track.
Any questions, comments? DeCenzo, extracurricular.
Yeah, we have one, the high school band is going to go to Kennywood Park on August the 20th.
Mr. Saritsky,
Right.
building and grounds.
Number one, we're looking to approve and confirm the following building usage requests. As you can see in the chart, school's getting geared up. We have our building organization, date and then purpose. Number two is to approve an agreement with Clint J. Rawson for clerk of the work services to be district representation in the Center Grange Elementary project site on an at-will basis for the 400-day anticipated project schedule based on a 40-hour week for the purpose of observation, work, advising the district on the progress at a fee of $8,400 each month, terms and conditions according to the agreement. And then I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Rawson for an update for Center Grange.
We didn't do that. I want to introduce Mr. Rawson. He's the clerk of the works and appreciate you being here tonight, and you'll see him at monthly board meetings. I also want to note that the cost for the clerk of the works was embedded into the cost of the project. So it is a budgeted item. That being said, Clint, if you don't mind, maybe just give us a quick update on where we are and how things have been going.
So going back to Monday, 25th, I believe it was.
25th.
So we went in and we basically removed all the topsoil from the construction area. We moved all of the trees and mulched the trees that were down by the catch basin storm drain. Then we started excavating for storm drain. We are about 90% complete with storm drain installation, backfilled, compacted, and we hope to get manholes tomorrow. We've been promised manholes tomorrow. And then there will be a big push tomorrow and Friday to get those manholes installed. So we can get the storm drain, the new storm drain tied in. And as soon as we've done that, then we can remove the old storm drain system, which goes basically right under the pad of the new construction. Downspouts are in. I'm sure you people have driven by, you can see the area, you can see that we put a construction fence up. We covered the fence in Hudson fencing material with their name on it, with the main contractor. Downspouts are in for roof drains. That's kind of where we're at. Our big push now is to get hard at it so that we are ready for the contractor on the 22nd. He'll be coming in and he will be doing the brand aggregate piers, which is the new foundation system that we are going to be utilizing on.
Bill Worm, schedule, so
We'll be sending home communication to the parents, letting them know about things like drop off, pickup, bus lanes, things like that. As far as safety goes, we are hypersensitive to the fact that we have young children over there, and we'll make sure that that place is secure. A lot of the construction work is outside, will not be inside, which is a little different than Todd Lane, where we had construction going on inside. We were moving kids left and right. So that's going to be a little different. We have a meeting on Wednesday to finalize those plans with general contractor, Ms. Kasanovich Becco shaking her head. And she's hypersensitive to knowing that we need to make sure the kids are safe. The contractors are very aware of where we are with regards to the safety of the kids. But we definitely will have a plan, make sure everything's taken care of. And, we're excited to have the staff back, excited to have the kids back. And I think that we'll continue to move the project along, hopefully without issue.
Hudson's safety rep. I'm not sure if he's a Hudson employee or if he's a sub, but he is coming to site on the 22nd to do an inspection. Sit with myself and the superintendent and let us know what his plan is, what we're going to be doing for toolbox talks, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, we vet clearances on workers, things like that. So we're aware that we want to protect our staff and students. Any other questions for Clint?
Welcome, Clint.
Thank you.
He's a warrior now. If you wanted to know by his accent where he's from Cranberry.
President, before you go on to the next,
Yes,
I would like for next week,
Would you read these for me? I may not come through clear enough.
tell them I am bringing something up.
Yeah, we'll take care of
Got
that.
it,
We'll
then.
take care of that, Dennis.
Thank you.
Ms. Belcastro, next week, Building and Grounds, I would like to have on the agenda to vote on bringing in a gentleman, a certified architect, to look at our facilities as far as the locker room facilities that we have and what we think we'd like to do down the road. Not to do anything is necessarily that we're going to do it, as much as put it on paper, put numbers down so that everybody on this board has an opportunity to see what possibly could be in the future that we can do here at the school at no cost to the district. Okay, this is strictly a gentleman to put his time and effort into trying to help our district be better. Okay, in the areas that we feel that we need to address in our locker rooms. Okay, so I'd like to put that on for a vote for next week.
Dr. Perry. Put that on the agenda. All right.
We'll have to talk about that because I'm not exactly sure what that wording is.
Okay, all right. Moving on, personnel items. Number 1, to approve the 2022-2023 substitute list pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number 2, to approve the 2022-2023 roads transit bus drivers aid list pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number 3, to approve the resignation of Samantha McHattie, cafeteria general worker, effective July 25th, 2022. Number 4, to approve the resignation of Dana Matchek, cafeteria general worker, effective July 26th, 2022. Number 5, to approve the resignation of Danielle Thompson, middle school teacher, effective July 14th, 2022. Number 6, to approve the retirement of Kathy Paoni, paraprofessional, effective August 2nd, 2022. Number 7, to approve the resignation of Lindsay Barclay, school psychologist, effective date to be determined. Number 8, to approve a medical sabbatical leave request for an elementary teacher from August 22nd, 2022 through January 20th, 2023. Number 9, to approve an FMLA request for a cafeteria worker from August 4th, 2022 through September 16th, 2022. Number 10, to approve Caitlin Stuckwish as a cafeteria general worker, 4.5 hours at a rate of $12.50 an hour in accordance with the CVSD agreement effective August 22nd, 2022, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. And number 11 is to approve the following building monitors for the 2022-2023 school year, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearance. Aaron Litch, Todd Lane, Amy Wilson, Todd Lane, Megan Grimner, Center Grange, Sherry Pfeiffer, Center Grange, and Kelly Schill, Center Grange. Any questions?
12.
Number 12.
12.
Oh,
Number 12.
number 12, sorry. Didn't turn the page. To approve the following 2022-23 mentors, each with a stipend of $300. I have to read them. They're
You can say as
listed. They're
presented.
listed.
As presented.
As presented.
Is Tiffany supposed to?
New teacher is on the
Yeah,
left
she's gonna do
and
that.
the mentor is on the right. Any questions?
Thank you, Donna.
You're welcome. I'm parched now. All right, moving on. Finance. You have nothing.
Obviously, nothing to be voted on, but obviously, I'm like to give you a couple FYIs, because you know how excited I am to see construction in this community, people moving in, et cetera. It's great for the health and welfare of our budget. So basically, if we look at Lakeview Farms, all the infrastructure is in. They got about 3 or 4 units, and as I mentioned, probably months and months ago, Ryan is in there building 1,300, 1,500, or 1,700 square foot patio homes for seniors. That's moving right along. If you look on Monaco Road, I believe the first 15 lots are gone with Miranda. They're doing grading now to open it up for probably 60 more lots. If we look over to Potter, there's approximately 49 to 50 lots that they're going to open up. All the utilities are in, and they're going to start on a sewage treatment plant. So that's moving right along. You look over the mall, all the Ryan units are gone. So I have to say that's a healthy situation we have in our township. That's all I have.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to move to public comments. Again, there is a sheet at the podium just to sign your name and your address. You do not have to say it. So
Any public comment?
public comments.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on. All right, so we're going to go around the principals over there. Mr. McCurry, we'll start with you.
Just generally speaking, we're getting the school year ready to kick off here in a little over a couple weeks. Schedules are ready for students. Counselors are back to work today. Schedule changes and things going on for our students. Ken and I are ready, the opening week of service for our teachers, so we are really nothing new to report, other than we are prepared to start school with our teachers on the 22nd, the students on the 29th.
Okay, Mr. Cove, can you have anything to add there?
Excited to start the new year.
Okay. Mr. Dolph.
Let's echo Mr. McCurry's comments. Six and I have been just getting everything ready, professional development wise for that opening week with our staff, tweaking schedules, preparing for our new student sixth grade orientation. We have our brand new warriors coming on to put a nice hour-and-a-half program to transition our fifth graders up. Just on the last minute things, building prep, but everything's coming along great. On a side note for the school safety security, we finalized our last prep meeting this morning with Beaver County Emergency Services and the Center Township Police. Having our active shooter drill at Center Grange on the morning of Tuesday, August 23rd. So there'll be notification going out to the community, just making them aware that area will be on lockdown from 8:30 to 10:30.
If I can piggyback that, number one, it's a shame that we have to do these types of drills. Number two, this is something we do every year. It's not new. We rotate through the buildings so that we practice in all the buildings that we're here. And there's lots of safety things that we do that we don't talk about publicly because we're not supposed to. So rest assured that we're not being reactive, but we're trying to be proactive with regards to how we handle these situations. And Mr. Dolph has done a great job of navigating through, the different requirements for safety in the district, and he's done a great job of that. So,
Fix anything for you?
As Mr. Dolph said, we have a group of brave warriors coming in next week. They're going to go through their training of how to be a mentor to the younger students and get ready for orientation. So they're very excited to get started. Even at the end of last school year, they've had some great ideas. So we're looking forward to that from the start of the school year.
Ms. Farragotti.
We're putting our finishing touches on our schedule. I had the PTA today. They have us paint signs for welcoming back the students. This week I had my amplified training with the administrative team. So we are in with our new reading program and I'm getting ready to start the school.
And Mrs. Kasanovich.
Pretty much the same thing across the board. We're getting ready for the teachers to come back. The cleaning crews, I have to thank them because they are really working hard to get our buildings done and they look really awesome. So I thank them. We're moving along with construction. It's really nice to see things outside moving along, and the teachers that are coming in are really excited to see some of that construction going on. We did have our new reading series training yesterday, and our active shooter training yesterday or today, our last final meeting to set up all that. We're moving right along for the first days.
Park.
Not sure I have much different to add. Working on professional development, getting ready for our students, putting supports in place, preparing for new enrollments, and making sure we're ready for a good, successful start to the school year.
Athletics,
Mr. Saccone.
hiding back there.
Our schedules will be released here the week of the 15th. We've been working hard on those to help out the bus company as well as our community. That's concerned. Spring, our fall sports officially start on Monday the 15th. Several teams doing 2 days, and of course scrimmage season those first 2 weeks, and then we'll get into once school's in, and we will start with exhibition section.
Mr. Ryan.
Mr. I. Miller.
Just finishing prep on new staff orientation, which is next week. The new hires, including the teachers, the learning support teachers, speech nurses, going to have 3 days of meetings, presentations, and training. Then we have several professional development sessions going on the following week. When everyone comes back, new reading series, new math series, some other technology, and then we are still wrapping up prep of the iPads for all the new kids, the kindergartners, things like
And Mr. Ferris.
We're just finishing up a little bit of waxing on our main hallways and so forth. We are keeping the same protocol as far as COVID. So there will be sprays and paper towels and everything, sanitizers in every hallway and some of that. All that, I believe we're gonna keep all the fines closed until we think we're ready to be open. So we're keeping that, and I think we'll be on schedule and ready to go.
Striping the parking lots, changing out the new lights.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Actually, they're starting tomorrow installing the new LED lights in our parking lots. So that'll be here, Center Grange and the middle school.
Think you were doing some signage over at the middle school, if I'm not mistaken.
Some new signs at the middle school and the main marquee out there. It's getting kind of dull and quicker than we can see it, so we power washed it. And Fast Signs is gonna make us some nice signs with the big CD logo down the bottom. It'll look pretty nice.
Because that Y came off the wall over there.
Did we ever change the pickup and drop off at the middle school?
Can't try. We try to work with the police on it.
I can speak to that. So we went out last year after we had a couple complaints, monitored the situation. When we're out there moving traffic, there isn't an issue. We did paint lines and numbered 6 stops. At the beginning of this year, we will communicate to all the middle school parents that we will be dropping off 6 car loads at a time, that they need to follow the procedures to pull up to the number 1 spot and follow behind, let the kids out and leave, and let the next group of 6 cars in. We've had the state police look at it. We've had Monaca PD look at it. We were out there. It works when the parents follow protocols. We'll make sure they understand the book.
Dr. Perry, just one other comment.
Hmm?
Okay, well, I'll wait till my turn comes up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, that sign out front blew down some time ago.
Mhm.
You think maybe we could revisit that at some point?
Mhm.
Maybe just, even if it's a small placard or whatever,
Sure.
you know, just to put some directive there.
Okay, Dr. Perry, it's all to you.
Well, obviously, we're getting ready for the start of school, and there's a lot going on here. As Ed said, we have our new teachers will be reporting next Tuesday. All of our staff will be here the following Monday. I'm not sure everybody realizes the amount of work that group right there does to make sure that when people come back to work and people come back to school, that things are done well, prepared. There's a lot that goes into that. It doesn't just happen overnight. And, you know, they are to be commended for the amount of work that they put in to make sure that, you know, our children are coming back, we're ready to go, our staff is coming back and ready to go. And I'm not so sure that everybody understands the amount of work that group puts in. So I want to recognize the work that they do and let them know how much I appreciate you. That's all I have.
Board member comments, Mr. Zawitzki.
Nothing. I just looking forward to the new school year. Hopefully we're back to normal.
Let's say that.
I was gonna say, don't. Mr. Ross.
I do know what you guys go through, okay, before the beginning of the school year. So I really do appreciate what you guys do. And you're always, you know, you're ready to go at the drop of the hat at the beginning of the year. And I know kids and the parents are in great hands with you guys. And also like to our building and grounds guys here tonight to also comment, had an opportunity to go through some of the buildings this summer, majority of them. And I think your crew and your crew have done a great job in preparing our building for the beginning of the school year. I mean, if you just even walk down the halls, you can see what, you know, how beautiful the hallways look and so on, you know. So kudos to you and your group for getting doing a job well done. Okay.
Mrs. DeSenza.
I'll just echo what Mr. Ross said.
Mr. O'Neill.
Hey, thanks for all you do. Appreciate it.
Mr. King.
I don't have anything.
Go ahead.
Just one highlight from the intermediate unit meeting. We did approve 1 teacher and 1 classroom for a step-down program from New Horizon. So instead of students that may be ready to go back to their district, going straight to the district, there'll be a step-down classroom. Right now, they're looking domiciling in Ambridge. There's about 10 students that they have ready to possibly be part of that. One of the things is a cost saving.
cost savings for it. There's a little less support that's needed. So instead of like $39,000 per student, it's like $30,000 per student. So there's some savings, but it helps get the students back into their districts and possibly looking to expand that if it works as well as.
That's not good. Yeah. Else? Ambrose?
Just echo what everybody said. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Bloom?
Yeah, the VOTEC is hired a new electrical instructor and a new career counselor. So those people will be in place for the new school year. Please pardon my absence, but I'm in Maryland on a fishing trip. And I'll be back for that meeting on Tuesday. Ms. Dr. Perry, please let me know exactly what time.
I will send you a calendar invite and don't you dare be late.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, guys. I will say that much, but on that note, do I have a motion? Mr. Zaritsky, Mr. King seconds, all in favor?
Aye.